Up, 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 up. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I just got some notification there popping up. Hey, Austin, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning. I hope my microphone's working. I see the thing jumping up and down over there. See the thing moving up and down. Well, what a rough day yesterday, huh? What a rough day yesterday, but it's in the past. It's in the past, and nothing I can do about it. Except well, you don't want to totally forget about it. Thanks, David. Appreciate that. Good morning to you, sir. You don't want to totally forget about it. You need to keep that in mind. What happened? What? How do we avoid that? Again, I clearly just had the trend wrong yesterday. The idea was wrong yesterday, and I couldn't shake it out of my head that we weren't going to find some support. Does that make sense? Weren't going to find some support yesterday, and we just never did. So, yeah. Oh, whatever. You move on from it, and let's look at what we got going on today. Before I start, I'm going to pin this. I've had a bunch of people asking me for this, or emailing me for this code for Apex. So I'm just going to post this and pin it here so people can just reference this during the stream. 50% off one of the Apex Trader evaluations. I reached out to Lilu. They gave us 10% coupon, which I don't think 10% is as good as 50%. So it's all basically the same stuff. And I feel like you should go with whoever's cheaper. And they both charge the same after you pass the evaluation. So it's in terms of like your monthly data fees, which is a crock of junk because you can get data fees for like $12 to $15 a month with a normal broker. And they're each charging like $85, $89. So they're still making money off of you even after you pass the evaluations. But neither here nor there. You're always free to go open your own account. You don't have to do it. It is not required that you do that. So it's their business, their rules. They can do what they want. Let's see what we got going on today. Let's look at the economic calendar. See what's coming up. A couple interesting things on this, which I thought I should point out. We actually had some pretty good numbers come out this morning at 7:30. Wait, this is Monday. Sorry. Monday, we had some pretty good numbers. But the other thing I was looking at was down here, the home prices. Home price printed green, maintain the same. So they're still saying the same. One thing that I talked about yesterday was the housing market, how that might be starting to become a conversation piece in the overall economy. I should have, one thing I saw here, pending home sales. This is what I wanted to see. Still up, even though consensus came in that it was going to go down. I wonder if this is just peaking, and this is from May. Well, this is May. This is May. No, it's June now. Sorry. Blah. So that's last month. It'll be interesting to see, next month how these numbers start to come out. One thing we've got coming out this morning is Michigan consumer confidence coming out at 9. I say this every month, but not a market mover, but price will spike around it. You want to be flat around 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, we've got some good data coming out. We've got GDP tomorrow. So that's always important for the markets. And then we've got Fed Chairman Powell giving a speech. If anybody knows any more details about that, I'd love to hear it. If you know where he's speaking, I could probably pull up the FOMC stuff, but or the Fed website, but I'm doing this right now, so maybe I'll do that in a second. Initial jobless claims come out on Thursday. That'll also be important. So we've got some stuff the next couple days, but nothing really today except at 9 o'clock. So keep that in mind. Move this back over. Markets are trying to recover a little bit from yesterday. I'm looking at some headlines here, just to see if anything jumps out at me. I'm not really seeing anything in the headlines. Kathy Wood says that we're already in a recession. So I don't know. Kathy. I don't know if Kathy Wood has much credibility left, but her ARK fund, all the stuff that she was really pumping. PLTR, although I am long PLTR, about an 8.25. See what that wants to do. Anyways, so nothing really going on in terms of like fundamentals that I can see. Hey, SW Blaze, thanks for joining us. So nothing big going on in fundamentals. We've got Michigan consumer sentiment coming out at 9. Be aware of that. Be flat around that. Price will begin to spike. You don't want to get caught in something nasty. Something nasty on that. Let's look at technicals. Let's pull up a daily. So we got a little interesting thing going on daily. Yesterday, I talked a lot about this 20 SMA on the daily. We have this big bullish candle coming in. We closed above and we also opened above the 20 SMA. This is Friday. This is Monday. They just look bullish to me. I was like, man, this thing's going to go up. Yesterday, though, we've got this bearish reversal candle going on. We still are above that 20 SMA. But man, I thought this thing was going to come down, test this 20 SMA, and then move up. Still could do that. We've got a couple fundamentals, however. Fed Powell speaking tomorrow, who I think could send this thing either way. Let me just see where he's talking and what he's doing tomorrow. That's going to be significant. Sometimes they release like his speech beforehand. So if it's already like a pre-release speech, then nothing's going to be really surprising. Okay, discussion. Chair Powell. No, see, a discussion to me, that's difficult. Q&A is like that. He could say something that's unplanned. So it is if you don't know where to look at this stuff, federalreserve.gov, then you go to schedule, and you can see here tomorrow he's talking at 9 a.m. In Portugal. Ooh, that'd be nice. Good job, Jerome. Enjoy Portugal while we all are over here suffering in front of our computers, trying to make money off of what you say, or hopefully not lose too much money. So he's talking at European Central Bank ECB forum. So that would be that sounds scary to me. That he could say something that will move the market one way or the other. One way that you could just trade it is just sit on your hands and wait for the market to really start moving, in one direction, and get in on it and get in on that momentum. That's what I would do. So tomorrow's going to be a risky day. Anyways, but that's not tomorrow. Today's not tomorrow. Today's today. So let's look at today. Like I said, I was talking about just a second ago, this 20 SMA on here, bearish candle coming in. We are still holding above that 20 SMA. This level up here is going to be key. You know, I think if we get up above this with some sort of bullish price action, you know, not just a spike where we come up, spike through, and then roll back down, trap some bulls, but we would really need to see some bullish price action and structure begin to build above this level. To I think open up then this upside, open up this upside up here. I would say 13,000 this level you'd be looking at. The band's pinching in. I think that would probably come down here. You could even try to get out sooner, somewhere around here if you really wanted to, because this band again I think will pinch in. And you might see some profit taking. I mean, this is the clear, target for it, and so you might see some profit taking a little bit sooner on those longs as price begins to reach here. I think not everybody waits for it to hit exactly 13,000. When I say everybody, I mean like institutions and bigger traders and stuff. They're probably fine with their size getting out a little sooner and starting to lock in some profit. And as those bigger fish begin to lock in profit, that can trigger selling. That's just what I think. I don't know. I'm just a minuscule day trader trying to figure it out, obviously. So The daily, that's what I see going on right now. At a key level of support. When I look at the 4-hour, though, it's looking a little more bearish to me. This level here on the 4-hour is pretty key. The 9 o'clock candle will be really interesting to see how that closes. If it closes, if we break this support area, we can see that the support area right here converges with the 20 SMA on the 4-hour. Hey, trading futures daily, what's up? Hey, daily grinds, what's up, man? Just checking the chat, see if anybody's has any questions or anything. This level to me is really key. So, it's almost like we're forming this little range right here. Up here is going to be, key. So, if you're a better trader than me, which hopefully you are, you could be buying down here or selling, up here. It's not really the way that I trade. I like to trade the momentum and breakouts. So that's more difficult for me to trade something like this than I think probably others. I would be looking to short it down into here as we broke through this level, take that short down this way. The buy to me is looking more limited, just looking at the 4-hour, because your price target's going to be up there. So that just looks tricky to me to figure that out to the upside, even though, we are in this, kind of uptrend here. It's not a major uptrend. It's only been going on for 10 days, I guess, a week and a half. This looks like this is back on June 17th. We started making higher lows and higher highs. So we are in an uptrend after the last couple weeks. So, and that is what we've talked about before, is we're just bouncing off the bottom of this channel. We talk about that almost every morning. This big area of confluence we're bouncing off of. You would suspect that it would get a little bit more continuation here because we've broken out of this downtrend, but we did that over here and hit new lows. So, I don't know. Hey, morning. Hey, Vernon. Good morning. So in terms of like a game plan, yeah, I'm kind of seeing that downside opening up here. But one thing I don't want to get my mindset I don't want to get my mind too set on one direction. That killed me yesterday, obviously. I want to try to come into this with a little bit more of an open mind. And try to catch the early momentum if we're getting price moving one way or the other. I've got we can look at the 1-hour here. We've got that range kind of set up now up here with this red line, the red line down here, and we can see this kind of range forming. Maybe if we broke this level here, this touch, we would want to pop up into this. That doesn't look like much, but it's 100 points. That's something. That's a 163 up there to 256. So that might be an interesting trade as well if we got momentum really pushing up through there in the first, hour or so. But again, if we broke down through here, we can also see the bands here. So I was going to say I should finish my thought before I jump to the next one. Somebody should tell me that. We can see, shoot, I can't remember what my thought was now. Anyways, I was going to say that the bands here on the 1-hour are really tight. It's probably 125 points there. But if you're trading the range, down here is your buy zone, up here is your sell zone, I would say, possibly even up here is a sell zone. So I think if we broke this level, price would want to pop up into here and your take profit would want to be there. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it, a little bit. But you can see here on the hourly how everything's just kind of merging together. We've got the 20 SMA, point of control, VWAP. This is a weekly volume profile, by the way. We've got this nice bell shape right here. Oops, sorry. A lot of volume coming in right there. So lower volumes up here, lower volume down here. So maybe rangy. I don't know. Somebody might have a better read on this than I do. If I was just looking at this right now, I'd probably be taking a buy as we broke 83 up to 05, but I'm not going to trade pre-market. I have been burned too many times by you, pre-market. I'm not going to get into you again. I hope everybody else is doing okay. Anybody have a better day than me yesterday trading? I hope so. If you haven't seen the live stream, we lost like $4.5 grand yesterday, which sucked. If everybody knows, everybody was watching it, I was like, I'm gonna go get some coffee, and I was like, oh wait, this trade setup. I think I was down like 800. I was like, I'm gonna go get some coffee and let it move around for a little bit, and then I saw something, and I stuck around, and then, man, the avalanche came. The avalanche came and just knocked me out. Yeah, I did. I traded off, but no, I didn't make it all back. I made some back. I think I made like $680 after that, so I didn't record it. I was like, sucks. I didn't, and I also didn't want to seem like I was trying to like cover up the mistake, you know. It was like a shitty day. You just post it and people can look at it, people can learn from it too. I think you don't want to come out and be like, oh, I made it back, no problem. Sometimes you can make it back off screen, but no, I made like $680, I think, at the end of the day. Or I made back 680, so I was still down 3,800 or something. That I can't remember whatever that is. It was a rough day. It was a rough trade, man. I couldn't get a handle on it really. See where I was trading in it. It was over here in this junk. I can't exactly remember. I remember I think I got like this impulse to the upside. I remember I took some shorts and some longs. It was kind of all over the place. I think it was on this one. What time was that? No, it wouldn't have been on that one. I think I bought this support down here. I saw all this forming and I thought, so this is just from yesterday. How much time do I have? 2 minutes. I can quickly look at this. I saw forming yesterday. It was like this, one of these patterns. And typically when you see one of these guys, the hypotenuse is always going to break. So we've got a strong area of horizontal support, and then an angled level of resistance. That angled level is typically going to break. And I think I traded like this pop here, and then I got out. It was just a scalp. And then we failed, and I think I actually traded this to the downside and got out down here for another scalp. I mean, it was nothing pretty. It was like just scalping it and nothing to write home about. Nothing that I think anybody could really learn from. Yeah, but when you get a losing day like that, most of the times you just want to like just take your foot off. I should have stopped trading after being down. After that, when I jumped back in and I was down 800, and then I took another big loss, I should have just got out of it. But you know, I just stopped trading for the day. But at least I stopped when I did. That could have easily been an $8,000 loss day. Yeah, I think I didn't start trading until after 1 o'clock. So anyways, we got about 1 minute for the market to open. I also had a little back and forth with a commentator on that video yesterday, which I'm not too proud of myself for, to be honest with you. But I read the comment at like 10 o'clock. I was tired, 10 o'clock at night. I was tired. I really wasn't in the mood for anybody's to get preached, or to get, you know, I don't want to say preached at, but like it was a fuck up. Like it was just a mistake. It was a bad trading day. I don't need somebody coming in after the fact telling me that it was a bad trading day, you know, like rubbing it in. And I responded not too maturely to him, I think. So I'm not really proud of myself for doing that, but it is what it is. You know, you read it at 10:30 at night and you're like, oh, get you going. But I understand. People watch these trading videos, and it's easy, I think, to watch them and I do it too. I mean, I am totally guilty of this too. Like I am not. Hey Zero, good morning. Best of move. What's up, man? I haven't said good morning to you. Roach Gang Industry Teve. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Like I am not. I used to do that too. Like watch traders and be like, oh, this is what they're doing wrong. This is what they're doing wrong. Oh, I'm such a better trader. I mean, that was me 2 years ago for sure. And then once you really get in the game, you realize that this is such just a mental game, and you can know exactly what to do with it. You know all the rules, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, but you still just make those mental mistakes that you're just like, why did I do that? Like, you know better than that. Something overpowers you that you just make bad decisions. So anyways, I shouldn't have responded to that guy like I did, but you also don't want to be like a punching bag, you know? It's not like I come on here to mess up on live streaming so people can, knock you down some more. This stuff's free, it's free. If you don't want to watch it, you think it's stupid, don't watch it. Things ripping up now. I thought about actually taking a buy as we broke that level, like I said in pre-market, but I gotta sit on my hands. Yesterday I did that and absolutely got burned on it. That's I think I lost $1,000 on that first trade yesterday. Oh, Zero, you didn't miss much, man. We were just going over technicals. Basically what we're saying is that it looks like the market's kind of ranging right now. And a couple levels. We're coming up to this 166. It's about 20 points away. We're at the top that I think that if it broke, that we might want to get a continuation move to the upside to the next level of resistance, which would be up here at 12,260. We can see we've got a touch here on the 1 hour, and then another level of resistance up here at 12,260, which I just said, sorry. And but right now I'm seeing that we're up here at the top of the band on the 1 hour. We also have Michigan consumer sentiment coming out at 9 o'clock. So you can see how this thing just exploded up to that level. Sorry, I keep clicking. Getting through it. I don't want to get trapped up here. I also don't want to miss the move. Let's see what it wants to do. Just waiting for. We got point of control coming in up here. I think it might. I don't know. I shouldn't say anything. I think it might do, but this is that area of resistance that we got drawn out, and that's just easy. This isn't hard to identify. You can just see that that clear rejection of this level over here. This is not rocket science. None of this is really that difficult. The most difficult part of all of this is in your head. It's all in your head. I did a solid 30-minute meditation this morning. Listened to a Dharma talk. I feel like my mind hopefully is a little settled, but I can feel the nerves starting to come in again. If anybody's new to the stream, I'm a wannabe Buddhist. I feel like really helps you, not just with trading, but just like everyday life. Calms the mind. Yeah, man, if you guys don't mind liking the stream, I'd appreciate it. Thanks Zero for reminding. I don't think I've reminded folks to try to like the stream. If you could, I'd appreciate it. Helps get it out there in front of a few people that might be interested in it as well. Encourages me to keep doing it. Seems here as we push up, we're pushing up at this level. We've got Delta moving up. Delta though is negative. We're negative on Delta. Are we gonna want to roll down here? This low volume node, I think it could roll down some if We break that support. I don't know. I'm looking at Delta popping on there. And you see how whatchamacallit, point of control is coming in as we break higher. I don't know, maybe that's gonna trap some folks up there. Thanks for the 3 people that liked. I appreciate it. Well, thank you for the 14 people that have liked this. And for the 3 people who liked it after we said something about it. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're just getting this consolidation up here. You know, we're at a clear level of resistance. Price rejection has been there before. You know, maybe we get a pop back down to this level, value area low. There is this low volume node right here. I've got a sell stop. I think it would bust through this pretty quick and come back down to value area low. You know, before possibly going up. But as I'm looking at Delta, you know, is this price absorption? I don't know. It may break that level and keep trending up. So feel my nerves coming in, guys. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. You will lose money. I lose money all the time. And if you see, I'm taking that trade off. If you see any of my videos where I'm making money, that should not be indicative of any performance that you might get watching this live stream. So this is just showing you how one person does it. This is how I do it. I've passed many of those evaluations. Yeah, I'm thinking this 24 level breaks. She's going to come down pretty hard. Thanks, Zero. I appreciate that. Man, is it going to bust up through that now? Well, what I can see is I keep putting this trade on and taking it off, which is not the best idea. What I can see is the value areas actually just keep shifting up. So our actually volume profile, if you notice before, the value area low is down at 12,100, and now it keeps pushing up. So we may just start grinding up, and I think your next level of resistance is going to be all the way up here at 12,257. You know, I may need to just let it move around a little bit. I'm not going to buy the top of the thing. I'm not going to buy the top and have it roll down to 12,130 on me. You know, it could, you know, this is its level of support right now, right? So we've broken up through that, but if you buy it up here, it could easily come down here. You know, can you endure 34 points of drawdown on 2 contracts? That would suck. Very bullish candle in the 1 minute. I would not be shorting it. I would also not be buying it because it's too high. So you know what that means? It means you don't do anything. FOMO is for real, fellas. FOMO is for real. But sometimes you just got to have sometimes you just got to endure it. Appreciate you guys liking it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. I took a 2-3 week break a while back, and my subscribers kind of flatlined, and lost a few actually when I came back. So I appreciate it if you guys like trading. We talk about mostly the Nasdaq futures contracts on here, but I also talk about like the trader evaluations that a lot of people are doing now. Trader evaluations that a lot of people are doing. We talk about some equities, talk a little bit about crypto, talk about fundamentals that are going on in the economy. So talk about kind of all things trading and maybe some opportunities outside of futures contracts that you might be able to take advantage of. You know, this pull back down. We do a lot of technical analysis stuff. I'm big on technical analysis. I learned to trade on technical analysis. I also incorporate volume profile, cumulative delta, lots of different tools. And if there's anything out there that you guys like to trade with that you want to take a look at, we always try to look at that stuff and open up the conversation. If we looked at Wiseman Fractal for a couple days one time, and just different things. So I see the upside. I see it opening up to 12,190. Actually, it's hard to get in on it though. I think you probably want to get on it down here at 12,131. It may come up, it may roll back down, and then this area down here probably where you want to get in on it. Again, Michigan consumer sentiment's coming out at 9 o'clock, so it could just be starting to range. It may not do much until 9 o'clock, so keep that in mind. If you're wondering why it's acting choppy or it's not starting to do something or it's looking dead, it could just be Michigan consumer sentiment. Again, it's not going to be a real market mover, but price does spike around it, so nobody really wants to get spiked out. So I don't know. Yeah, I think people unsub because, well, one, I think people get interested in trading, and so they watch a lot of YouTube stuff. And then, trading is hard. Trading is really hard. You're going to have days like I had yesterday, and when people have a day like yesterday, they typically quit. They feel like they can't do it. Their self-confidence gets down. They feel like it's too much. They feel like the loss is too big. I'm not ever going to have a loss like that again. What am I doing? And so they just stop trading. I can't remember the statistic, but the majority of traders only trade for like 1 to 3 months before they quit. So I've been trading for about 5 years now. Maybe it's been 6 years. Jesus, I don't know. I keep saying 5 years, but the years keep adding up. It's you got to have a long-term view of it. You're not going to get great at it, within 6 months, within really a year. It takes a while to do it. That's why I always encourage people to do one of these online trading evaluations, because the risk is just whatever you pay for the evaluation and the time you put into it. The time is a factor too. So the risk is, the $100 you pay to do the evaluation, and then you blow up the account. Well, at least it's not $3,000 of your own money. You wasted $100. You knew that $100 was at risk when you went into it, and you learn from it, and you start over, or you just trade sim for a while again. And anyway, so the whole point of that was, I think a lot of people subscribed and they started watching it because they were interested, and then they started trading on their own, and they were like, man, this is really hard. This sucks. I'm not buying my Lambo next week like I thought I was going to be able to. And then they move on to the next thing. So I think part of that's it. But you got to be in this for the long haul. So this is the area I was talking about. I actually be interested in buying it down here. We've also got the 20 SMA coming in on that. The only reason I'm not buying it here is because this stupid Michigan consumer sentiment coming out at 9 o'clock. I probably should have bought one there at that touch. Son of a gun. That's okay, David. You should follow somebody who lines up with your trading style and that you like, that you enjoy watching. So we're obviously just ranging up here. You probably could have taken that scalp at 35 up to 50. Now we're breaking through it, coming down, hitting the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. Let's see if it wants to come back up into this range. I don't know if it will. It may just start falling here. may just start falling to 12,000 to VWAP 12,090. Boom. Push down. Man. We got some buying going on. Breaks lower, we'll just get stopped out. Dang it, I thought this thing was going to come back up into the range. Oh. Well, we lost 650 on that. Sucks. Another hard day. Hard day of trading. I think it's going to come up, but you got to take that stop on it. It's tough trying to catch the bottom of it. So yesterday what I would have done was put another buy order here at 31. But I thought that 20 SMA was going to hold and then we'd get another push up into the value area high, but we just didn't, so just didn't. I should take my own advice and not trade around the whatchamacallit, Michigan consumer sentiment. Now it's pushing up. I went long inside a red bar. Yeah, I mean, I guess Vernon, what I was looking at was we came, we've got the value area low here, a low volume node, and I saw this wick come through on the 20 SMA, and sometimes when it wicks like that through there, it means that price is going to want to reject that level, and then I thought we'd move up to the value area high again. So, that's just, it's moved up now. I would have been able to at least got flat on the trade, but I don't know, man. It's a hard lesson, hard game here. No follow through on that one. I'm glad you guys are trading well, man. I feel like I'm really not having my best these days. You know, it's like it's gonna spike me out again. I got this trend line. It's kind of using that as support. 20 SMA, value area low. Fuck. It's just choppy. Oh, I definitely should not be trading around this Michigan consumer sentiment thing. Guys, don't worry about the P&L. My Buddhist Dharma talk this morning taught me about non-attachment. I was just touching that trend line. So interesting, even like on these smaller time frames. How the technical analysis works too. The 20 SMA is holding it down. It's gots to get up over that. Gots to get up over that. Come on, let's go. Dude. Feels like it's gonna drop, doesn't it? Mother effer. The worst. It takes you out and then it comes back up probably. Take my own advice and just not trade around that. Yeah, I'll wait till 9:05. Thank you. I thought for sure we were gonna get that pop up there, but whatever. We got a down channel that formed on the 1 minute. How you guys doing? Anybody else get some good trades out of this? Yeah, I mean, I got in that trade too. I mean, I knew not to be trading around 9. I just saw the technical setup, and like, you watch it for long enough, and you want to take a trade, But now I can't. Now I can't. I've got one more trade left in me. It's got to be a winner. If it's not, I'm done for the day. So one more trade, and then I'm going to call it quits. But I'm going to wait till after 9 o'clock. Daily grind. I love it. Love it. Up $2,000. Love it, man. Did you go long or did you go short on it? Yeah, I got 2 accounts going too. I've got a cash account going and I've got a funded account going. I know, man. It's hard. The whole mental game is super hard on that. It's super hard on this. Vernon, how you doing, man? You hanging in there this morning? If you haven't checked out Vernon's videos, you should check him out. I love Vernon's videos. He's got this super smooth setup. It's way better than mine. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I'm gonna run and get some coffee. I'm gonna let this thing go off, or let this thing go off. Let consumer sentiment come out, and then we'll take a look at it. Yes. Yes. I love Zen Day Trader Pro. Thank you for joining us, Zen Day Trader. He's not just a Zen Day Trader. He's Zen Day Trader Pro, who's trolling and stalking. So welcome, man. Hey, I mean, I could be a dick, but I really don't want to be a dick to you. What do you trade, man? Zen Day Trader Pro. What do you trade? I'm just curious. Do you trade NQ or do you trade ES? What do you trade? Come on, man. You can't get on here and just throw trash. You got to at least. Yeah, you shouldn't copy me. That's right. Skimiskafi. You should not copy trades. Oh, here we go. Okay, so he's not going to answer. I don't think he really trades. He's probably like, no, actually, I'm not going to talk trash. Zen Day Trader, what do you trade, dude? Do you trade the NQ or do you trade ES? You trade options? What do you do? Breaking through the downside of this channel here. Oh, the number came out. What was the number? I was too concerned with this with Zen Day Trader. I'm not gonna block him from the channel. I'm gonna let him do what he wants to do. Looks like this was not good news, huh? Consumer confidence. Keep saying consumer sentiment. Come on, Zen Trader. I don't know. Do you even trade, dude, or you just like watch YouTube videos? Losses happen. I don't know why. I mean, the thing is that like you get on here and you see somebody lose, you're like, ah, see, that happened. Yeah, losses are gonna happen. Go open an account and see what happens. You're gonna lose it. Your first account you open, if you trade futures or options or anything that's highly leveraged, Forex, I don't care what it is, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna blow it up. I'm sorry, it's just reality. I don't know if there's any trader out there who opened up. And if you have, who is this? If you have opened up, I know, I think Zen Day Trader, I think people use trades by match just as like the baseline because he's really kind of one of the first futures traders to do this. So they use him as a baseline. He gets a ton of heat, which I don't think he deserves. He's trying to trade his best too, you know? And he's got a strategy that's worked for him in the past. Like I've got a strategy that's worked for me in the past and it doesn't work all the time. And you go through slumps, you know, you go through shit periods. It's how you handle those slump periods that I think define you. If you let it just knock you out and you get bummed out and you get all these negative thoughts in your head, then yeah, you're probably not going to be in this game for very long. But I really want to know, Zen Day Trader, what do you trade? Come on, man. Just stop being negative for a second. You've got it in you to be a nice person. Just say, oh, I trade the NQ or I trade the ES or I don't really know. I'm trying to figure it out right now. I think you'd find that this community is pretty positive and supportive. And I probably shouldn't have responded to your comment on your video the way I did. It caught me at the wrong time, to be honest with you. I just wasn't in the right mindset to hear any negative feedback at that particular time. It was late, man. It was late at night for me. I was a little cranky. You know, I don't really like to be a punching bag either. Dude, relax about Matt. I actually sent Matt some very nice comments when he was going through a slump, like everybody does. I sent him some very nice comments about how it's, you know, he's been there before. He'll be there again. and he knows how to handle it. And he responded to it. Well, he responded positively to it. People are talking on here. They're just chit-chatting. Yeah, he's a good guy. He trailblazed like all of this. I don't know if he actually did trailblaze it or not. I shouldn't say that, but he's certainly the benchmark that I think people look at for this sort of thing. You can go over to Trades by Matt and watch his channel, dude. But it seems like you don't actually trade, is what I'm saying, Zen. It seems like you're on the sideline, not in the arena. But I'm not gonna block you, man. You can come on here and hate if you want. We can be your outlet. Nice, Daily. You trade for one of the major firms? Okay. Then why are you on YouTube? If you trade for a major firm, why are you not trading for that major firm? Why are you on YouTube watching retail traders? I don't know, man. It's okay if you're learning. So what I see here is we've broken through a lot. Unfortunately, I missed most of this move because I'm dealing with Zen over here, which I feel like the name gets me because, like I said, I'm a wannabe Buddhist guy. I don't do Zen Buddhism. I've done Zen Buddhism before. Koans are really nice. Koans are like short little Japanese phrases that are just like total mind fucks. That like you just think about it. You just say it over and over again in your head. It's like one little sentence. And I can't think of one off the top of my head. Again, I've only done it a few times. So the Zen day trader name just kind of gets to me because it's like the opposite of Zen. It's like, it should be like angst day trader. But I don't know. Maybe he'll tell us what do you trade for the major firm, Zen? What do you trade? Like what products? Like what desk are you on? Yeah, I kind of want Zen to stick around. Come on, Zen. What desk are you on? Answer. Answer me. Best. My wife can probably hear me. She's probably like, what is going on in that room? Nice guys. I hope some of you guys took a short on that trade, or shorted that trade, that big sell off there. The number actually came out. Dude, relax, Zen. You're making me feel like I did bash him. I think people were talking about his trading style, that it wasn't conducive to the way that they trade. They didn't like the trading that. And if I said something and this is all genuine, not just responding to you. I never want to bash any trader. Everybody's out there trying to do their best. Some people's styles are just different than other people's styles. This style probably does not work for some people. And I know a lot of people in the comments that they don't trade like this. They trade something else, or they even trade different products. And to say that, oh, this guy trades one way and it's just not the way that I like to trade it. And if it came out as cynical or snarky or dismissive, then I apologize for that, because I don't want to say that about Trades by Matt, who I don't know personally. So it's not like we're going to start some feud. I'm sure he doesn't even know that this channel exists at all. So, I kind of feel a little bit more comfortable about that too. But, that it's not like I'm saying it to his face. And when he, He does take on major drawdown. He does take on major drawdown. I take on major drawdown too sometimes. I mean, that's just the reality. That's not like I'm making that up. It's not like I'm saying that, I'm lying about it. But, and I take on major, he may have a $1 million account and his $10,000 drawdown is not that big of a deal. And, it's a percentage of your account. Like when you left that comment to me yesterday, $4,000 was a major drawdown. It wasn't a drawdown, it was a loss, But anyways, it guess it goes to account drawdown, sure. Like if that was, 1% of my account, would that be a major drawdown? I don't know. Now, if it's 20% of my account, yeah, that is a major drawdown. That's not good trading. I don't know, man. I'm kind of having fun with them. I think that's an important conversation to have, right? I think that's actually a very valid, good conversation that we could talk about. When I first started trading, a major drawdown for me, a major drawdown for me would have been, $800. I remember when I traded and I lost $800 one time, and I was like, I haven't said this story before. I lost $800, and I was like feeling like the worst person on the planet, and now shit, look at me. I'm losing like $4,500, and I'm really just trying not to let it get to me too much. It's more, if it was $4,500 or $450 or $45, it should just be kind of about the trading. I'm looking at this, we got all this selling going on, selling, pullback. What was I going to say? And Delta not really coming up much on the move on this pullback here. It looks like it's probably going to hit some resistance. I don't think that this is done, this thing. Doom, doom, doom. Hey, Zen, I agree with you. What do you say? Let's keep the peace in trading communities and not talk about fellow traders. Hope you agree. I do, Zen. I do agree with that. I hope you agree with it too, because right now you're just talking. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm perfectly happy to keep the peace in trading communities and realize that this I don't even want to call it a profession. This game is super difficult, and people, don't want to lose. They don't want to lose. This is what I coach soccer. I coach soccer kids, little kids. This thing's like in my role, and I coach these kids, and I tell them, we've got varying degrees of talent on the team, and I tell them that nobody. I'm trying to put this in context so it doesn't come out wrong. Like some kids that are on the lower level of that development, that aren't that good of soccer players, they're trying their best when they go out there in the field, and that nobody goes out in the field wanting to be a bad soccer player, and nobody wants to come in here and be a bad trader. You all want to be good traders, and it's just sometimes the markets don't go your way. Sometimes you take too much risk. Sometimes you don't get out of trades when you should get out of trades. And you're always learning, always trying to learn. We can see here in the 1 minute, we're coming with this 20 SMA. We've gotten through this line a little bit. I almost jumped on a short here in this consolidation, but I don't know. Trader Spidey sense told me to stay out of it, but it looks like it might come down a little bit more here. Taking base hits at this point. Oh, I hope Zen didn't focus on your trading. Zen, I'm just talking, man. Now you're bossing me around. Come on, man. Relax. We're talking about trading things. I think you've brought up some interesting points. Nice, Boris. Nice, Boris. Boris passed his 150K evaluation today, which is awesome. Congratulations. Vernon says you can't live off $10,000 for 5 months of withdrawal. Oh, you're talking about like when they limit you? Yeah, I know what you mean, Vernon. Now I get it. Yeah, man. Good job, Boris. That's awesome. It's a great day. You should enjoy it. Enjoy the achievement for sure. Yeah, I took some stupid little scalp right here. Good job, SW Blaze. 42 to 36, just like 6 points. I'm just doing little base hits here. Yeah, I just had this little counter trend line here, 0. I shorted as we broke the 20 SMA, but I don't know. Kind of off my game at this point. But you know what? I do this live stream not just to make money. I like chatting and talking about trading. I do. Apex is legit. I've gotten withdrawals from them, so. I will say though, if you hit, I would say that if you hit like 10K and you pull out 10K out of one of these, you should open up your own account. You don't want to risk it too much. I honestly don't think they've got the funds to give you a significant withdrawal. I'm talking 6 figures. Are we rolling down to 12,000? So one thing we marked out in pre-market was this big support area down here, and we still need to keep that in mind, right? Like, we're still ranging. We're still ranging in this thing. I mean, we're drawing out all these little minute levels, but if we zoom out a little bit to a 4 hour, we haven't quite broken out of this range. I took those longs up here because I thought we were going to break this. I was trying to reprice a little bit, and I was also just watching everything too much, or just watching the charts too much. I thought we were going to break out of that and then make this continuation, but you know, all that selling after Michigan came out makes me think we may now want to break this support level and actually move down a little bit, which is kind of depressing. Oh, where's our boy Zen? I kind of want Zen to come back. I feel like we were becoming friends. I don't like having a conflict with people. It's not my nature. That's good to know, Zen. Thanks. Yeah, I've never had any problems with Apex. I do have problems. And does anybody else have this? I've had problems with the rhythmic connection with Apex, which I don't know if that is Apex or if that's rhythmic or what. But I have had more problems connecting with rhythmic with Apex than I have with other prop firms. So. Well, this red line you can see here on the 5 minute, that is this level over here on the 4 hour. You know, price may get sucked down into this. I think it's going to break it and then probably continue to move down. It's not looking good for this. Yeah, Boris, I've had problems with Arrhythmic too. I don't know what's going on with that. The cynical part of me is like, oh, they're trying to throw a wrench in your trading, because it always seems to happen when I get like on a good streak and I can't connect in the morning. But it gets resolved pretty quickly. They do have a good customer service. Yeah, I guess support. I guess you'd call it support. I don't know. But I usually contact them, and within 5 to 15 minutes, or even sometimes shorter than that, it gets resolved, or they give me some fix that I need to do, like reset my database or connect in Rhythmic with a plugin or something I had to do. I don't know. But yeah, hey Jojo, that's with like Lilu too. They've got withdrawal limits too. I mean, look, trading is really difficult. Futures trading is really hard, and most people blow up their accounts. They can't hold it for very long, and so these companies. I don't want to call them companies. These prop firm businesses, online prop firm businesses. You're not trading with real capital when you trade with them, even with a funded account. And somebody may have more information than I do on that, but you're trading, a simulated account, and basically when you get withdrawals, they're using the funds that they're getting from people paying for evaluations to pay your withdrawals. That's my understanding of it, and there's been a lawsuit against a forex prop firm that basically had to admit that. And when you trade on a sim and when you trade in a real account and you're a trader, the difference. You can feel the difference in terms of order execution. And so I know from having a quote unquote, and they also call them a performance account. And when you get your contract, it's synthetic money. It says your account will be filled with synthetic money. So, you just need to be aware of that, I guess. I don't know if you can be aware of it, but as long as they're making the payouts. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that they do have like a trade copying system that they use, but I don't know. I don't know any details on that. But I will say I've always gotten a payout from Apex. So, as long as they pay, I don't really care where the money comes from. Well, another tough day here, guys. Another tough day. It's kind of a similar day to yesterday, what happened at the end there, at the end of yesterday, where it was just kind of held down for most of the afternoon. There was these small attempts to break. I mean, we can probably see it over here in a 5-minute. I just remember trading it yesterday. Over here, just kept making lower highs, lower lows. Small attempts where it seemed like it was going to come up. It could just never quite get bullish. Goron, I wish I knew. I think, I mean, I'm looking at higher time frames here to just kind of see where we may go. I've got this big support area drawn out here at 11,975-ish, it looks like now. This zone down here, we've got a rejection of that level. We have the 20 SMA and the 4-hour. If it can get through that and close, then I think it close below that. I think it's opened up this downside a little bit. Although we had that similar situation over here. I don't have a pen up, sorry. We had a similar situation to like that over here where we close below it. And there was no continuation down. Typically, you'd like to see that. And if it doesn't do it, that's, if price doesn't do something that it should do, then typically it's a sign of it's going to go the opposite way, I guess I'm trying to say. Trying to read the chat and talk at the same time, very difficult for me apparently. Again, this is the level I'm looking at. It's looking just kind of choppy to me, to be honest. I think it's going to probably have a similar day to yesterday. And, I don't know. I think a place to short it would be up here, 12,058, up here at this level. Could have held on to my short here for decent take, but of course I didn't because I'm not having a good week so far. We got 38 likes. I appreciate that. If you haven't liked the video, would you mind liking it? It kind of helps you too, put it out in front of people who might be interested in this sort of thing, and just encourages me to keep doing it. We can continue to grow the community. You can see here just clearly down structure for today. Lower highs, lower lows. The only thing you really want to do with this right at this point is short it. I don't know why I've got this bullish mentality on it. I don't know why I can't shake that. I mean, really skewing my trades. Drinking some water. Make sure you stay hydrated. I've already had a whole pot of coffee this morning, so I think my coffee is done. I mean, one of the things I kept trying to do yesterday was buy the break of resistance, thinking like it was going to find a bottom at some point. And it just never did. So I don't know why I kept doing that. You really just want to trade the trend, Trend is your friend. Leave that there. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I'm not really trying to find anything, to be honest with you, either, because I'm not really seeing anything setting up right now. I'm just seeing how that 5-minute closes over there. Super bearish, probably. Hey, Roach Gang Industry TV, you need to go up to click on your indicators. And oh no, get out of here. The pornography people are back. I don't know, I hide them every time. I wonder if there's actually a person behind that. There's obviously not. It's a bot, right? It's got to be a bot. I've hidden this person a million times. I don't know why they don't come off. Okay, so anyways, you come over here to your indicators, and then you got to come over here to order flow volume profile, but this is only available on the lifetime license of NinjaTrader. So if you have that, then you've got this. But if you don't, then if you don't have the lifetime license, if you don't have the lifetime license, then it's not going to be available. And I haven't been able to find a free volume profile for a free volume profile for NinjaTrader. I did find a free Cumulative Delta volume profile, and I've got a video on that. that you can watch. We're down through this level. Let's see what it's going to do here. Shit, markets are going to fall again, isn't it? I really don't like to see the markets nosediving. I really don't. You know, it's like, I want them to do well. I want the markets to do well. I want people's retirement accounts to be nice. I want my kids' college saving funds to do well. Is it providing an opportunity? Possibly. I'm looking to try to take a short on it. And I'm thinking that maybe this, what was support's now going to be resistance. But of course, we're just going to be taking scalps. So don't kill me. I need some base hits, baby. When did you short, DJ? I didn't see. I didn't see in the chat. I hope it was very profitable for you. Man, this week might be a red week. I shouldn't say that. It's still early. I haven't had a red week in a while. I heard they do happen. That's not true. You've got to be prepared for losses. You see this LV at this low volume node that price is pushing off of. Yeah, zero. I use Thinkorswim. I've got a TD Ameritrade account. I'm a retail trader, baby. I am a retail trader. When I first started trading, I got an account with Interactive Brokers, and I use their platform, which I can't remember the name of it right now. And I still have it, actually. The Thinkorswim. I really like Thinkorswim. I think it's a great platform. But that was before, when I first started trading, it was still like in the high commissions period, you know, like Thinkorswim, I think was still like $10 a side, 10, maybe more than that, 20 maybe a side to get in. I can't remember. But Interactive Brokers was cheap, like $2 or $3 a side. So I went with Interactive Brokers, but their platform's a little more clunky. And so I switched to TD Ameritrade. Guys, can we get 50 likes on this video? If you have not liked the video, I would love to get 50 likes on it. That'll at least make me feel like I accomplished something today, even if I'm down another $1,000. $50 likes, guys. Need 7 more. 7 more. If you haven't liked, Go ahead and hit that like. Super free. Nobody knows you liked. Nobody knows any of it. I don't even know it. All I can see is that I need 6 more. And then I'll feel, like I always say, if I can't make money, I'm going to get likes. I do this just so people will like me. That's my therapist. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What do you mean, Jojo? Why do you keep thinking small? What are you thinking small about? Like small gains, not the big moves? I go through that too. I go through that where I'm just looking for those scalps. Oh. Oh, thanks, DJ. I love that, man. I appreciate the positivity. I'm still doing all right. My accounts are still fine. I think a lot of bears are getting trapped down here. You see this bearish 1 minute candle, but people are trying to short it and they're getting stopped out. It's popping higher. I've got 3 monitors because everybody knows me. I'm cheap. I don't like spending money on things I don't have to. So I'm not cheap. I just don't like wasting money. I don't need a big curvy monitor. I've got three normal size monitors. I think these are 24-inch monitors. That's fine. That's all I need. And I wouldn't even want 3 of them. I would only want 2 of them because I actually need 3 of them. I've actually got 4 of them. I shouldn't say that. One I don't really use. It's off to the side. I only use it occasionally if I have to go dump something over there. I've actually got, if you see this gross P&L, my P&L down there, that is the only thing I've got on my 4th monitor, and that's just so OBS can like clock it. So OBS can like record it over there. That's the only thing I got on that 4th monitor. I've got like a quad station thing that I can put them all on, but it's super obnoxious and completely unnecessary. But I only really trade off on one screen. So on one screen, I've got what you're seeing right now. So you're seeing the charts. Those charts are on one screen, so I'm just looking at that. On the other screen, oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. On the other screen, I have no, oh my gosh, I've got another spammer. On the other screen, I've got the chat, the YouTube chat, and then on another screen I've got OBS, or another monitor, I should say. I've got OBS, and then on another monitor I've got the Ninja Trader Control Center where you're seeing the P&L and stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit like counter to Buddhism. The Buddhist there's too much information going on, right, Vernon? I get it. I don't know why I like, you know what I like the 500 volume for is little things like this, the trend. I don't know if I actually need the 500 volume anymore, but I like just having it up as like my trigger chart. And I like looking at Delta on it because I think it gives me a clearer picture of Delta structure. So yeah, that's how I use it. I've had Delta on the 1 minute charts and the 5 minute, and sorry, on the 5 minute and the 1 minute, and I don't like the way Delta reads on it. I don't know why. It's difficult for me to see it. Big LVN right here, low volume node. It's keeping price down. Well, we're kind of grinding slower here, huh? Grinding slower. Not the best day again. Well, if anything, I think I made peace with Zen Day Trader, so that's nice. I don't like having conflict. I don't like getting people upset. And like I said, I used to be like that too. I used to watch YouTube videos and criticize people that traded, but Um, are we going to pop down here to 51? Probably. I'm having a difficult time executing a trade. Who is this, guys? Who is this guy? I'm having to... $55. Nice big DJ ounce. 1,000 volume for entries. That's a good strategy. I like that. I think you always need to use more than one time frame or one chart. You can't just trade off on one chart. For me, anyway, I need to get context. I think I could probably do without the 500 volume, to be honest. But I like something besides a time chart to be looking at. And I don't look at all the charts at once, you know. And I clearly, I don't have a golden strategy. I mean, nobody's got a golden strategy. There's no one thing out there that's gonna, make you rich. All about. I think there was a guy, I can't remember his name, Brian Weber, maybe his name was. He's a trader. I don't know if he trades futures or not. But he had a video on, and he called it capital defense. Like that was like, the best, the way to get rich at trading is just defend your capital. All this is just capital defense, which I need to get better at. It's like, it would have been a good place to short it up here, maybe. Here. 20 SMA on the 1 minute, plus this low volume node. I don't know. I'm not feeling too risky right now after being down $1,000. So again, range and Renko, yeah, Tommy, I agree. I get 3 more likes, guys. I hate to be begging for likes, but I feel like I will accomplish something if I could get 3 likes. 3 more likes on this video. Go ahead, click that like button. It doesn't cost anything. And I'd really appreciate it. Make me feel like, yeah, I accomplished something today at least. This big low volume node, I mean, you can see it up here. I just feel like it's going to hold. The 20 SMA there. This looks like a solid trade. Delta's moving up a little bit. I'm not feeling too risky at the moment. Oh, I don't feel like another $3,000 loss day. 50 likes, I love it. Thank you. It's funny when I ask people for likes, it's like I get a bunch of people that click away. All of a sudden they're like, if you're asking me for something, I'm not watching your show anymore. Nice, Tommy. Good job. That's kind of how I was yesterday. I was down however much, and I started making some money, and I was like, are you going to try to make this all back in one day, or are you just going to make your situation worse? It's kind of how I feel right now. Am I just going to make this shit fucking... I should have shorted it up here. You get paralysis. You can't... When you get in this zone, it's very difficult to... Yeah. Oh. Ah. Yeah, daily charts. Oh, this is very bearish. Geez, it's really bearish, isn't it? Just humming to myself. I see this little low volume ledge right there. I'm wondering that, I don't want to short the bottom. I almost put a short order in up here, and that's going to add to it up here. I mean, this is the place to short up here at 90, or even up there at 71. Time is at 9:50. Is it running out of gas, you think? You think that it's just made the move and going to kind of drift up a little bit? And is momentum done? What do you guys think? Momentum done? I don't know. I'm certainly having a hard time pulling the trigger on a trade, that's for sure. I mean, it's like I want to short it. I think it's still got room to the downside, but I don't want, I don't want to short it down here, and that pops up to pops up 40 points on me. Thanks, Zero. You have a great day too, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for always being so positive. It means a ton. It means a ton. I feel like just keeping the community positive, keeping everybody in the right headspace, in the right mind frame, is the way to go with this. So I appreciate you always being there, man. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back doing this again tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a green day one day this week. Maybe. Yeah, I was thinking that too. That 71, that right there at the 20 SMA, if it touches it. It just seems like it's slowing down, like grinding slower. Just scalping it. Yeah. I've taken one trade. No, I'm taking a shit ton of trades. Not a shit ton. I've taken, let's see. We got caught up here trying to buy it. There was like a pullback, and we can look at the trades. Let's see what we took. So when the market opened, we had a bunch of buying coming up, and we actually had drawn out this level, this red level, and the whole we got a double top up there. We drawn out this as a point that had rejected before previous, so this was an area of resistance for us. Market open, we impulsed all the way up to it, pulled back, came up again, a deeper pullback, which I should have recognized as we broke the support. It was looking more bearish. However, I think this was like the value area low at the time on the volume profile. So I bought, got stopped out. So that was a loss. This was a loser. Again, we broke higher. I thought we were going to get a continuation back up to this level. So bought here, got stopped out. Another big loser. So that sucked. Michigan consumer sentiment came out and we just tanked on that. And then I took a short scalp. That was a win. A very small one, unfortunately. And then took that short scalp, took another short scalp, took another short scalp. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, it's not the best trading day. We had 2 big losers and then 3 small winners, which is not the way you want to go. You'd rather be the other way around, right? 2 small losers, 3 big winners. But, you know, she gonna do what she's gonna do. It's just how well can you? Oh, hey, thanks, Aiko. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm happy to explain anytime. I mean, I thought again, you know, even when I look at this, you know, when you see this big move up on the open, the pullback, you'd expect it some continuation on that, but we just didn't get it. And you know, imagine if I held on to this short all the way down here. I'm not very good at doing that though. Holding on to my winners. I think most people struggle with that. If you struggle with that, give this video a like. If you struggle with holding on to your winners and cutting your losers like I do, give this video a like. A 30, 15 minute. I can sometimes look at these just to see what's going on. Yep. Trading is all about psychology. All right, guys, this thing's slowing down to a grind. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know, I still like the short up here at 98 or 990. I don't know. I feel like that's a good place to short it. You know, we've got this low volume node up here. We've got the back end of this trend line, which was, if I can blow this up, which was this support. You can see it here. This is interesting. I can show you this. You know, this was support here, this trend line. Then it flipped and started acting as resistance. We've got a big area of confluence coming over here. This red line is a 20 SMA on the 4 hour. We have the upper band on the 1 minute. We have this trend line. This whole area up here is a big area of resistance. If price could get up here, I would probably be interested in taking a short up here and holding it down for new lows. So that's kind of the trade I would wait to get set up right now. And, you know, it may set up, it may not, but that's the one I would take up here at 90. I just put a sell. I'm just only going on 1 contract. I've got to lower my risk. And, you know, price gets up there, triggers it. I might try to hold it for 60 points or so. But needs to get up there. That's for show. Who is this guy? How do I get this guy gone forever? So I put hide user on the channel, and then I put remove. I put report. Hey, report. I don't know why he keeps coming back. Yeah, we use mini, but I think Aiko, you're talking about minis. You're talking about mini contracts. A lot of people don't realize there is actually a full lot contract that you can take that's above the mini that I don't think anybody, well, I shouldn't say that. Some people might trade it. Has anybody ever traded a full lot? Oh, his username does keep changing. Oh, he just changes the end of it. Very difficult. Very difficult. How do you block that guy forever? You can see here this big level coming up. You think it's going to hit it? This moves up here, and then boom, we short it down. I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast this morning. Got a ton of coffee, that's for sure. Really? You used to? Yeah, Aiko, yeah. I use that too. Regular, right? Yeah. I use it too, man. I'm gonna scale in actually, I think, on this one right here. Do I want to scale in? Do I want to take a contract here? I only say that because the 20 SMA on the 4 hours right here. And this, what was support right here, can now be resistance. And so you could try to get in on it here. But let's see how this 1 minute stuff closes. I'd actually be looking to short it if it broke this level. Bullish on the 1 minute. Bullish on the 1 minute. Bullish on the 5 minute. Thanks, Tyson. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining. Good to see you back. We're going to go ahead and just start scaling in on this thing. What's the worst that can happen? After you lose so much money, you're like, man, what's the worst that can happen? 84. There are scaling points here, I think. I hope you guys should not copy this trade, FYI. This trade is going to be no bueno. This trade is going to be no bueno. My target's going to be down here at the bottom of this band at 1900 or whatever that is. And I'll get out 12. I don't know why I like 12. I feel like people start taking profits around 12. Let's ride this out, baby. You guys gonna ride it out with me? Let's see what happens. I don't like how the volume profile shifted on me like that. It makes me nervous, but you know what? Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. You will lose money and it will suck. it will suck for me too, knowing that I caused someone to lose money. This is just to show you how one idiot trades and how much money you can lose when trading. If anything, this is a good example of the risks involved with trading. So I'm just scaling into this here. This may pop up to here, might pop up to here. Then my stop loss is up there. You know, the anticipation that we'd move down here at 11,900. Out with 11 points. Nice, SW Blaze. Oh, man. Back hurts. Actually, my back doesn't hurt. I feel like I'm like an old man sometimes when I say stuff like that. Oops, sorry. Whistling into the microphone here. Who's this idiot whistling into the microphone? What do I do when I get nervous? I can see Delta dropping there. Oh. Just being quiet over here, guys. Oh, what is this level? E8. This is the worst. This is the worst. Just watching the price. This reminds me of like when I traded Forex and I would just watch the trade. This is like what Forex would do, except like at a quarter speed. It was the absolute worst. We see Delta here dropping. So that's somewhat encouraging. Somewhat encouraging. I don't know. You might just get a pop to 54 and or not. It might drop lower. Or it might pop explode to the upside and I'll have to deal with that. I'm getting out there at the support. My nerves are rattled, boy. I hate watching it. I hate it watching it like this. You know it's going to move one way or the other, like super aggressively. It's probably going to roll down to my take profit, but it was an okay trade, Wildcard. To be honest with you, I should have held it down here to 42. Still moving my way, but again, I'm going to get t-shirts that said should have held it. Should have held it. Yeah, man, it's hard to. It's also the time of day. It's like 10:10. Like, I still do see this whole downside opened up though. So, if anybody's holding on to something on this, props to you. Props to you. I can't do it. My nerves are a little rattled, and my stomach is empty. I gotta go eat something, and I'm just gonna call it a day for trading. So down $300. Came back from down 1,500. Could it be better? Yeah, could have been better, but is what it is. If you haven't liked the video, if you wouldn't mind giving it a like real quick before I jump off this thing, we will be back tomorrow doing the same thing, trading. Maybe we'll get a green day one day this week. Maybe we will. A boy can hope. A boy can hope for a green day. And if you guys are interested in trading risk-free, not trading your own capital, but getting your feet wet in day trading, there's a link up in the pin message where you can go over to Apex and get 50% off any one of their funding account challenges. If you don't know what that is, basically they set you up in a SIM account. You get a data feed connection. You get a NinjaTrader license, and you can go in there and trade risk-free for like as little as, I don't know, like $70 for a whole month. And if you make, depending on whatever valuation you choose, if you make a certain amount of money, then they'll actually give you a performance account, and you can start earning real money in that performance account with them. So it's just a good way to start trading if you're new to it without risking a bunch of your own money, or if you don't have a lot of money in your bank account, you can trade their capital and start practicing. So you need to practice for sure before you open up your own live account. I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central time. I am Central. So I appreciate it. Sam, yeah, man, get your account, do it. And even if you lose your evaluation, I think you get to keep the data feed for the whole month. So even if you lose the evaluation account, you can switch over to a SIM account and and just practice for the rest of the month, and which is a good way to do it as well. But you know, trading with some real skin in the game is the way to do it. If you just trade sim, I mean, you would jump in on a 20 lot right here and you make 10 grand and then you think you're genius, which isn't the way that trading actually happens. You need to have some skin in the game. You know, even if you're just losing a few bucks, you need to get used to that, the psychological aspect of it. Oh, you only keep the data for 8 days after you blow an account. Oh, I didn't know that, Tommy. All right, man. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know from the community. All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. Please tune in, and I'll see you then. Thanks.